I never know what happens with grandchildren. And I love, thank you, Cynthia, and thank you, Liz, for what you said. But I do have to say that it isn't all good. I mean, we do have our moments, so, you know, we're not, anyway, but generally, I mean, really. They're always great for me, but I'm not sure, anyway, never mind.
This is not the time to point out all your faults. We love you anyway.
So there were a few things I wanted to say, but I thought I would just have a few little cheat sheets because I didn't want to forget anything and I don't want to make this too long. But first, I wanted to say, why am I doing this? And I asked myself that question because I'm not the one who likes big parties. I like one-on-ones and more together and really visiting, as all of you who are here know that. But there was something about Howard actually liked the big parties. And I thought, oh my gosh, am I channeling Howard? Maybe I am, I don't know. But, and that wouldn't be a bad thing, it would be a good thing. But really, why I am doing this is because, for two reasons. One, I really believe in rituals, and I don't think there are that many of them in my life. And I thought this would be one of them. When I turned 60, I could barely say the S word. So when I am now turning 65, a lot has changed in my life, and I think it's a wonderful time to be alive. So I'm really doing this as a celebration of not really my birthday. I'm using that as the catalyst, but as a, yes. But that was Connor. But as a really an appreciation and an expression of gratitude. And gratitude for being alive and for having such wonderful people in my life. And that means all of you. And I really wanted to say thank you because I think too few times in life we get a chance to let people know how much they mean to us. And that's really why I'm doing this. I hate being the center of attention, which I think many of you also know. So I really, as I said, I'm using my birthday as a catalyst just to let you know how much you all mean to me and how much it means to me to have you here. And I didn't want to just have a party. I wanted it to be really fun because it's, again, it's kind of my gift to all of you. And I'll tell you about the entertainment in a minute because I think that would be fun. Here's my cheat sheet. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Yeah, can I read it? I wanted to say there are many people, there are a number of people, not lots, but there are some that couldn't be here today. And I am thinking of them. But there are three really special people who have been in my life that are no longer here on this plane. And that's my mother and my father, who meant so much to me. And I loved hearing what Cynthia and Liz said because that's how I felt about my parents. And of course, all of you who knew Howard, I knew what a wonderful relationship we had for 35 years. You also know, like any relationship, we had ups and downs. But he was just such a wonderful man and someone who was a great friend and who I loved dearly. And I feel his presence every day. So he is here with me today as well. And then I wanted to move to those of you who are in this room, and I can't mention all of you. I really wanted to do that, but it just, you know, we'd be here for hours and you would be interested but bored. So I'm skipping that part, but there are three that I really want to acknowledge because they've come from a long way. And one is Marty Ganderson, who came from Virginia. And I first met Howard and Marty were in Vietnam together, and I met Marty right after I got married. And I'm so appreciative that Marty's here, and I think his daughter Nora may be with him. I'm not sure, but I think so. But anyway, I'm just really glad that, and I appreciate Marty being here. Marty's in the yellow shirt. So. And then others of you know that there are 5 wonderful friends I've had since high school, since the 7th and 8th grade actually. And most of them live in the Bay Area, but one of them lives in Missouri, in Kansas City. And that's Penny, and she came just for the day. And then Palma and Brad Hansen. And Palma I met, oh golly, when we were in an agency doing therapy together, and not for each other, but we were doing it together. And she and Brad came from Palm Desert. So those are the people who are here. And I just have to at least mention family, because if you haven't met them, please do. My sister Kathy and her husband Al are here, and Brian and his wife Ellen, who my nephew and niece are here, and I think Amy may be here, my other niece, and also Bob Carr. And I was really shocked today because, I mean, I know there's always been a strong resemblance between Howard and Bob, but I saw him walk in today, and from a distance, there's a strong resemblance. And that's true with Rick, too, in different ways. There's a similarity. So I love both of them very much, and I'm so glad that they're here as well. Their wives are traveling, so I think that's a pretty good deal with their wives. And Steve Carr is here, and his wife, April. And there, over there. And Steve and April, I'll just give them a plug, they actually been at the Green Festival. And Steve and his brother David, who lives in the islands up north.
British Columbia.
In British Columbia, who aren't here, but Steve and April have been at the Green Festival, and they have a product called Guayaki Tea. And if any of you know it, it's fabulous. And if you don't, you might want to check it out. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say, I think you've met Mike Abkin, I'm not sure, but Mike... Hey, Mike has been in my life, and I've been in his for almost 2.5 years now. And it's really a very special relationship, so I hope you'll get to know him and he'll get to know you. And I wanted to also mention, I don't see Unmi and Roger, but Unmi is Mike's daughter, and Roger is his son-in-law. And I just can't thank them enough for taking today on, because they have transposed this place to what it is. They put in everything that's above. They really just have done an incredible job of the logistics of this, putting it together, and they did all the catering. And they are just wonderful, and I don't see them because I'd love to have you meet them. So if you do see them later, or we can point them out, we will. Photos? Gee, I feel like I'm on a ship on a cruise stream. But anyway, the photos, I couldn't find, and actually ran out of time, everyone, but there are a lot of you that have some photos from way back when, and they are out in the front. And they're fun to look at, and even more so, I hope you'll take some of them with you, if you want to, because they are just filled. This has been a trip down memory lane, and it's also in the present. So it's been an incredible, fun experience for me putting this together and having all of you here today. And the entertainment. I don't know how many of you know about the Bach Dynamite and Dancing Society where we are, but what it really is known for is wonderful classical music, jazz, and bring world-renowned artists that come here. And you may want to, you know, if you want and you're interested, check out a program. I'm really not a big walking advertisement. I don't know where this is coming from. But it's just a fabulous place, and I love the beach, and I wanted to share this with you. But we're not having any of that kind of entertainment today. We're having something very different that I heard about, and it was very cute because my daughter said, "You're doing what, Mom?" And then they said, "You know, you better go see them and check them out before you really go ahead with this." So I did, and I'm very, very excited because there's something about turning 65 and it's beginning of my golden years. Maybe I've already been there, but I didn't know it. But I do know it now. And this entertainment, to me, for those of you who are far away from 65, I think it will be very hopeful. And for those of you who are that age or older, I think it's inspiring. So I'm really excited to share this with you. And most importantly, if anything else, it's fun. And so I want to introduce Diane and Susan from the Golden Collies.
Good.